Hey everybody, welcome to the midterm review for Foundations of Restoration. Super happy you guys are watching. It'll be great. Woohoo, midterm! Okay, so what the exam is going to be like. So it's open from the 23rd to the 25th, and it closes at 11 p.m., not midnight, which means you have to start it by 9 p.m. because it has like a 2-hour time limit, I think. Yeah, longer. So, but just make sure you start it with a lot of time left, or else it won't let you start it. And then it's 150 points, and the questions range from 1 to 3 points. Most of them are either 1 or 3. There's not really many 2-point questions. It doesn't really matter though. And then it's units 1 through 7. So yes, also not to worry about stuff. What I'm going over here, basically, I know a lot of you guys want to know like what to study. Watch this video 100%. Also, don't just look at I have like things like this. I'm gonna be saying some really important things, so make sure just to watch it to hear what I'm saying as well. And then do the study guide. This is really important. And then you'll be great. You'll be set. You guys will do phenomenal. No reason to stress. Okay, so let's just get started with Unit 1. So with Unit 1, you're gonna need to know what a principle is, just kind of the basic definition. And then you need to know that the atonement of Jesus Christ is the fundamental doctrine of the church. Yep. We went over like the validity of historical sources. You guys did that assignment on it. So just know the 5 aspects of it, and you'll be good for that section. Know how a contemporary source is produced. Then church policies, doctrine, principles. Like a little hint for this is that the church handbook would be an official church policy. So it might be like, oh, what is an official church policy? Oh, it's the church handbook. Yeah. And then you're gonna need to know, so like for time periods and whatnot, you're just gonna need to know the major periods in order. And so like that would be, it would go 2 church centers, Nauvoo, and then church in the West. And know the Nauvoo time period specifically, and that's from 1839 to 1846. Yes. Okay, that was Unit 1. Here's Unit 2. You're gonna need to know that Heber C. Kimball did not write any of the secondary accounts of Joseph Smith's first vision. And then David A. Bednar, oh, I spelled it wrong. David A. Bednar said the power of godliness is made manifest in what? What did he say there? And then you're gonna need to know what the Second Great Awakening was, and know if the church accepts or rejects the Christian creeds. Mhm. Then the 1838 to 1839 account of the first vision is canonized where? That is canonized in the Pearl of Great Price. Which of the first vision accounts was written in Joe's own handwriting? A little hint for that one as well is it's the 1832 version. So, yep. How many primary accounts of the first vision are there? So, like, how many primary accounts were produced in Joseph's life? You're gonna need to know that. And sorry, I'm not looking like directly at the camera. I have some stuff written down, so that's why I have to keep looking here. Hopefully, it's okay. And then you're gonna need to know why the Smith family moved to Palmyra. Like, what was their initial reason? And part of it is because of temporary global cooling. So, and then you just need to know what the burned over district refers to. And that is all of Unit 2. So we're making a really good time. Hopefully this is good speed and not too fast. You guys can run it back though if it's too fast or anything. Okay. What is not defined as part of the gospel of Jesus Christ? And a hint for that is to look in 2 Nephi 31 and 3 Nephi 27 You can also look in D&C 20, and that'll tell you like what is not specifically for this question defined as part of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And then Dieter of Uchtdorf compared seer stones to mobile smartphones. Yep. The 3 degrees of glory are not one of the unique but foundational LDS teachings in the Book of Mormon. Just know that. Know how Joseph described the seer stone. So like in this part, you're just gonna need to know like kind of like what color was it, what shape was it? Yeah. What did Joseph need to repent of before he could obtain the plates from Moroni? And in 1827, that's when he first obtained the plates. So it'll like be like, oh, what year? 1827 is when he first received the plates from Andrew Moroni. And then just know a little bit about the 116 lost pages, just kind of like what they were, how that happened. Yeah, and all of these are multiple choice as well. So, like when I say just know a little bit about it, like you're not gonna be like writing definitions. It'll give you options. And then, oh yeah, and for that, for the 116 pages, you can look in D&C 10 to find out what happened. And then the 3 witnesses to the Book of Mormon, and that's David Whitmer, Oliver Cowdery, and Martin Harris. Okay, next. Unit 4. Church organized. That's very broad, but basically you're just going to want to know that it was organized in Fayette, New York, and that happened in April 6, 1830. I think it gives you that date, so I don't think you need to know that date specifically, but you will need to know that it was organized in Fayette, New York. Okay. So Joseph's pondering led to the Aaronic priesthood being restored. And this is in Unit 4, so like obviously he pondered a lot, but in this section we were talking about specific things, and his pondering is what led to the Aaronic priesthood being restored here. John the Baptist did not restore which priesthood key? He didn't restore the Aaronic priesthood key to administer of spiritual things. That's what he didn't restore. Joseph Smith was not given the title of Revelator. And then just know what priesthood key was restored by Elias in the Kirtland Temple. And that's in D&C 110. It is actually the dispensation. Woohoo! Okay. And then D&C 20 is known as Articles and Covenants. You know, like each section, not each section, but a lot of sections have like titles, and so that one is known as Articles and Covenants. And then just kind of know what is found, well, what foundational doctrine is in D&C 20 as well. Okay, Unit 5. So for this unit, you're going to need to know what adventure. So sorry, guys. Joseph's revelations were first published in the Book of Commandments. I don't know what that next part is, but just know that his revelations were first published in the Book of Commandments. And then know which edition of D&C has the newest sections and official declarations. And that is going to be the 1981 version of D&C edition. And also know what changes were made to the 1921 edition of D&C, because there were some pretty major changes made. And then there's a quote that says D&C is the blank of our religion. What is it? And then vaguely know like the lectures of faith. Oh yeah, the lecture of faith, for this one, you will need to know that it was included in the first edition of D&C. So yes. And then also like just kind of going along with that. So lectures of faith was included in the first edition of D&C, and was included in the doctrine of the church part as well. Hopefully that makes sense. And then no personal revelation, just the principle of it. What is personal revelation? Okay, let's go to unit 6. Oh, guys, there are only 7 units, so basically we're almost done. Woohoo, you're doing so good. Next, okay, unit 6. Yeah, just generally know about the Joseph Smith translation of the Bible. So, general summary of that. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that right now, but you guys can see. Just know that that was translated mostly correctly. Might ask you, oh, like which of these was translated mostly correctly? And be like, oh, that was. Okay. Know that all corrections Joseph Smith made to the Bible. Oh, this is a false statement. All corrections Joseph Smith made to the Bible are found in the footnotes or appendix of current LDS teachings and standard works. It's not true. They're found other places. How did we receive the Pearl of Great Price? And a hint for this, it has to do with Franklin D. Richards. Know that the star Kolob best symbolizes Jesus Christ. And also know the 3 P's of the Abrahamic covenant, which is priesthood, promised land, and posterity. And then just know that the church purchased fragments of Egyptian papyri from the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, unit 7. You've done so good. This is it. And then you'll be all ready. So for unit 7, know that tithing, church welfare program, and the missionary program are all examples of programs that help people live the law of consecration. So yeah, and also you're just gonna need to know a little bit about the law of consecration, know the definition, kind of what it is. And then President Russell Nelson said, what was the most important thing happening on earth today? Or what is the most important thing happening on earth today? You're gonna need to know where Zion, the New Jerusalem, will be located, and know that the church was first commanded to gather in Ohio in this dispensation. So yeah, hopefully that was good. I might have talked a little fast. I'm so sorry. Here are some good luck bears because I love bears and I think they'll be very helpful. But if you guys have any questions, just email me. But you guys will do great. Yeah, make sure you know this content. And it doesn't have like every single little thing in the exam, but it has like almost everything. So if you watch this, you know it's in here, you'll be good to go. But yeah, reach out if you have any questions. You guys are gonna do so good. And that's it. And I will see you guys, if not earlier, unless you guys want to meet. I'll see you at the final review recording as well. Okay. Bye, guys.